I saw this and I thought it was really funny, so I wanted to go over it real quick. I guess this is continuing on with the current conservative cope about tariffs, which was really funny. I find it very funny that also this is like the main pin thing that Benny Johnson has. Also, if you look at anything that Benny Johnson puts out, it's just like slop content, conservative slop, conserva slop, just boring, cringe ass bullshit, blah blah blah. Like it's like, okay, bro, whatever. Losing money means nothing. Digital ones and zeros. In the end, you won't miss any of it. Wait, I thought conservatives cared about the stock market. What do you mean? I thought they cared about that stuff. But okay, sure, man. Losing your country costs you everything. You will never have that back. Your kids will be slaves to foreign powers who hate us. Without America First policies, we become slaves. Fight. Dude, what kind of fucking stupid, cringe-ass faux patriotism is this? Get the fuck out of here. Literally, your dumb fuck president is just causing the collapse of the American economy off of a whim, basically. And you're just like, oh, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna be concerned more so about not becoming slaves to a monarch, even though like this guy would want to go be a part of a monarchy again, except it being led by Donald Trump. But again, like people like this, it doesn't matter. They just say shit to say shit because they're just stupid morons. What does he say? What does he say?
Losing money costs you nothing. This is just the reality of life. You're gonna like.
I mean, try saying that to a fucking family who lives paycheck to paycheck, or anyone who's got a fucking 401k, because looking at you again, Reagan. Who decided it was a good idea to let private corporations and like banks be able to gamble your fucking retirement funds? Oh, it was Reagan who did that. Be able to connect 401, well, create the 401k system instead of having an actual like normal thing like a pension, which is money that would be doled out by the state for after you retire so you can live successfully, or live safely as during your twilight years. But fuck it, let's have private corporations gamble with people's retirement funds for whatever money they manage to scrounge up in order to be able to save. But yeah, sure, man, totally. Yeah, losing money costs you nothing. Yeah.
Were you young and dumb? How much money did you lose? Everyone loses money. Everyone loses money. It costs you nothing. In fact, it builds quite a bit of character. In fact, you learn a lot of lessons actually by losing.
I like how he focuses in on only like young people. Like, Benny, you get paid millions by billionaires in order to just say like stupid slop shit. I love how he has like a fucking electoral map in the fucking background, because he is unironically the type of person who would believe like, man, that's a lot of fucking red. Not that much blue districts. Yeah, what's going on with there? There should be a super majority of Republicans. Land doesn't vote, people do. I mean, it's like literally the meme of like the one of the little kid of you place the two beakers on there, quite literally, like literally it's this every fucking single time, to be honest. Just the kid pointing at the beaker, but of course, because Benny Johnson's a fucking moron, he unironically believes this because he's just stupid. Like, there's nothing really much else to say.
Losing money. Losing your character costs you everything. Losing your country costs you everything. There are things you can't get back. The government can print more money, and it will. Sadly, that's just the reality.
What happened to fiscal responsibility by conservatives? I thought we cared about being fiscally responsible. Oh, no, we don't? Oh, okay. Oh, but man, it's really all about losing your country. I love how they constantly It's just like, this is how you know this motherfucker, he doesn't believe in anything, right? It's just constant oscillation between, like, differing points in order to either defend a particular point or sort of push a certain message. He doesn't believe in anything, fundamentally. Like, who cares? He doesn't care. He'll be fine. Like, he's not going to lose much of his 401k. You probably will. They think it's World War II. People had to give up certain things to support Allied war efforts. Yeah, but they can't allude to World War II, Boy Meets Mini, because they would have. These are the people who would have supported the Germans. Let's be honest.
Fugazi, it's Fugazi. It's just that there's a boom and a bust every 10 years, and it's been that way since the invention of modern markets in the 1600s.
Okay, you want to know who keeps causing those booms and busts? Oh, it's been the GOP every single time, and then the Democrats have to come in to recover the economy. Like, okay, bro. Don't make this seem like it's this is like a totally naturally occurring thing. People can pretty blatantly see very clearly like who and what caused this current recession. It's the Trump tariffs. People aren't that stupid, okay? Let's be quite honest here. There's a lot people believe in and think a lot of dumb things. Not on this occasion, okay? It's extremely obvious who and what has caused this, and you just want to obfuscate it just because you're like a dumb fucking moron. But okay, bro. You want to suckle on that Donald Trump teat. Okay, bro.
The Dutch crash of 1649. You ever heard of it? It's just the way that it works. It's the way that
No, the Dutch tulip speculation market crashed because there eventually ended up being no tulips when people were trying to get their return on investment, because that's the problem with speculative markets. It didn't just happen randomly in a vacuum. No, it happened because of a very specific reason. Okay.
monetary policy has always worked. There's gonna be
No.
ups and downs, especially as things.
Just not true.
As
Every single time Republicans do tax cuts for the rich, which has happened since Reagan, even during Nixon, he did tax cuts for the fucking rich, and then it caused, crazy, a crash in the economy every single time. But okay.
Gets reset. If you lose the character of your country, if your town is hollowed out.
Too late for that, buddy. You want to know who you blame for that? Reagan. He's the one who helped catalyze NAFTA and TPP being signed by the Clintons. So, nice meme.
Give me that photo of that town, man. Give me the photo of that town in West Virginia. Your town gets hollowed out, and your entire neighborhood gets addicted to opioids, and your steel mill shuts down.
Yeah, because of policies that you pushed for, specifically your side of the aisle have pushed for decades. But again, doesn't fucking matter. Like, who wanted NAFTA and TPP? The conservatives.
And your farmers can't grow crops, and there's no more cattle ranchers, there's no more cowboys, there's no more fishers, there's no more workers, and we're completely and totally dependent upon slave labor peasants across Asia.
Yeah, but you're okay with slave labor peasants. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, you would have been a fucking monarchist, okay? It's just like, again, it's all just faux populism. These are all things that he's actually okay. Like, in one breath he'll be like against slavery for the express purposes, and then in like the other he'll be fine with like prison or immigrant slave labor. Like, as I guarantee you, Benny Johnson is definitely okay with like the deportations of the of all the migrants that is currently being done by the fucking current Gestapo, ICE. So doesn't matter. This guy just doesn't believe in anything.
Every good and service and pharmaceutical, then you've actually lost your country. And then we are the slaves. There you go. This is West Virginia.
Oh, no.
And it's so sad that this was a factory that provided thousands of honest, good-hearted, steel-working jobs for our fellow countrymen.
Yet you are doing defense for the president who is going after the CHIPS Act, wants to like completely tear that apart. you are supporting the president that is doing these tariffs that will cause further hollowing out of middle America, whatever of it is left. And you're also doing like explicit fucking defense of all of the people who have done the exact things that you're fucking complaining about. You don't care about this. You're okay with this because you're a millionaire who gets paid by billionaires to spread propaganda online. To obfuscate. That's the purpose. Like, you don't give a shit about any of this stuff.
And it was ripped. The guts of it got ripped out.
Oh, you sure care about
shipped
this.
by people like Mitch McConnell so that they could make a couple extra points in their portfolio to get stock swaps with Pan-Asian countries.
Bro, you are fucking supporting the tariffs that's going to cause this to be worse. McConnell is against the tariffs, dude. Like, I have to defend fucking the turtle man himself because of this? This is stupid. Because he's doing it's all the fucking faux populism bit. Like, he supports everything from Reagan, who has caused all this fucking shit. And, like, Trump is currently the one who's doing all the current damage to fucking middle America yet again in an effort to try to bring back middle America. But it's not going to fucking happen because it's just not how that works. Because guess what? All this shit has been effectively done and hollowed out because of, again, him also still maintaining NAFTA through the USMCA. It doesn't matter. Trump was a net loss during his first term on manufacturing jobs. You want to know who brought back a bunch of manufacturing jobs? It was Biden with the CHIPS Act. And they're going to go after the fucking CHIPS Act. They're going to destroy it. So, like, he doesn't care. It doesn't matter.
And they sold out their countrymen, and I call that traitorism, actually. I think that's the definition of a traitor.
The word you're looking for is treason. Traitorism isn't a word. But yeah, like, I mean, stupid. Like, he's just saying stuff, right? He's doing the faux populism bit, and he's supporting the fucking tariffs. Like, those tariffs are going to cause this. Like, I don't know. Like, why am I, like, trying to, honestly argue with any of this? It's stupid. It's just dumb. He doesn't believe in any of this.
You can lose money. You can lose points in your portfolio. It costs you absolutely nothing. You won't miss them when you're dead. Nobody ever had their net worth carved onto their tombstone. Doesn't even matter when you're on your deathbed. Who cares?
Benny Johnson, net worth. How much money does he have? Probably not exactly accurate. Well, it's very rich coming from you, buddy. Like, he doesn't care about this. Now, is this 100% accurate? Probably not. But I guarantee you, who afforded this very, very lush, nice-looking studio for him, very well lit with a very nice HD camera? I don't think it was Donald Trump's fucking tariffs. Wonder who did that. Yeah, something Russia, you know? Because guess what? Well, a quick look at Wikipedia. Tenet Media was a right-wing American media company founded by conservatives Lauren Chen, Liam Donovan, describing itself as a network of heterodox commentators. Sure. 6 right-wing influencers: Matt Christensen, Taylor Hanson, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, and Lauren Southern. In 2024, the U.S. charged 2 Russian media executives in a $10 million scheme to illegally fund Tenet Media and influence it to promote Russian propaganda, and then was shut down shortly afterward. Wah, 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 wah. But yeah, Benny Johnson, he's a big populist, guys. Yeah. Hilarious coming from this dumb fuck millionaire.
It's just digits on a ledger.
Sure, man.
What will matter is, did you preserve your nation for your children?
Oh,
did you view your country as something
think of the
just an
children.
economic
Oh,
zone
the children.
and tax cattle and slaves to China?
Unfortunately, everyone's gonna become a fucking learning Mandarin because of the rise of Top G in the eternal Chinese century because of stupid, idiotic, like backwards thinking, like you and the president are doing. So, again, like I said before, he's saying all this shit because he knows he's gonna be fine. He got his fucking Russia bucks. Like we know, roughly speaking, how much fucking earned income he might have. Estimating earnings by period. We have a broad idea. Do we know what tax stock portfolio this guy has? I don't know. Probably not. But we know he's full of it.
Put that up. President Trump, no crying in the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really? I don't care. It's too good. Final point I'll make on this is, who's the slave and who's the master?
That's really funny coming from Trump, who bankrupted a casino. He had a casino business, bankrupts it.
You know, if your pharmaceutical and automobile and phone, all the wires in your home, every electronic in your home, if everything that you use in your life is wholly and totally built by a foreign power that hates you, then you're the slave.
I think Vietnam is one of America's closest allies. Same with the Japanese, the Koreans, most of Southeast Asia. Like, even though, like, the U.S. has done a lot of tomfoolery in there, well, you know, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Like, I mean, it's not about the countries hating the U.S. Boy Meets Mini. He's just saying this because, again, you have to have the scapegoat of foreign bad because, you know, they're the ones who overall, like, have taken all of our jobs from us, even though it's conservative policy. That's the main reason for as to why all those jobs got shipped overboard, because, hey, guess what? It's cheaper to pay people to make your textiles in Bangladesh, make your electronic equipment in Vietnam or Taiwan with your chips and semiconductor production. It's way cheaper to fucking produce it there because guess what? Whoa, their workers get paid less in order to work the lines in order to assemble these, more rudimentary products. I say rudimentary as like a sort of a colloquialism here, right? Like, he doesn't care about any of this stuff. It's just stupid. He looks like if Smallland had his head put in a jar as a baby. That's pretty good.
We've always thought of America as the master of the world or as like an empire. It's not. Not if we are totally dependent and on our knees before these third world goblin dictatorships.
Vietnam is a dictatorship? I was unaware. Taiwan's a dictatorship? I'm unaware. Japan? Dictatorship? South Korea? Does he not, like, again, Benny Johnson, because he's a fucking moron, he doesn't understand how an import economy works. The reason why, like, the economy in the U.S. works in the way that it does is because the U.S. dollar was so powerful. It was always good for those countries to make products for the U.S. to send to the U.S. market so it could be sold and consumed there. That's how it works. It's just, he just doesn't understand how anything works because, again, stupid dumb fuck millionaire doing faux populism to sort of scapegoat the fact that, hey, these tariffs are actually really stupid and dumb and they're going to cause harm. Tenet media scandal. Benny Johnson got paid by the Russians to say stupid shit. Crazy.
So it's time for a total reset. It's time for them to know who's boss. And it's time for us to be the master once again. That's the point of this country, actually, to be the master of our own destinies.
No. The point of the United States of America is, to try to work economically collaboratively with the entirety of the world under a capitalistic system because, hey, guess what? We're the global hegemon and everyone wants our dollar. That's pretty much about it. And I mean, yeah, the quick aside from Boy Meets Mini, like, dumbass Tim Pool saying just ban all imports, forehead. Buddy, like, check the fucking labels, dog. I mean, it's like I said before. There's a reason why they want this recession to happen. They want a simplification of the economy because, again, it's way easier to control a populace when the economy is much simpler. It's way easier for billionaires to maintain their hierarchies of control in a much more simplified economy. That's why they want this overall, boom in, basic manufacturing, Americans making steel, because it's way easier to tell someone to go make a steel rudimentary sort of products. Much easier to have people doing line work instead of having a well-educated populace doing service work, because that's what the economy in the US is now. They have corporations that provide global services to people. That's their sort of main economic drive, whether it be through IT or medical services or banking or whatever, general services like that, because they can afford to import cheap goods from other countries with how powerful their dollar is because it's the global reserve currency. But again, like I've said this before, it's all about hierarchy and maintenance of control for these billionaires and millionaires. That's all that it is. Again, a stupid millionaire who gets paid by billionaires in order to, spread dumb fuck propaganda. That's all that it is, okay? Don't believe anything he says. He's a stupid moron who just makes stupid slop content to the tunes of millions of dollars.